Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga-Power. Simple, smart code. Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology?
We're at the Muntinlupa Sports Center to bring you another match day of Filbasket 2022 Summer Championship. Ako po si Bob Guerrero with Nico Quintong, and what a slate of action today. We have a quadruple header, AFP versus Bacolod, Danao CDM Just Zenith against Kuala Lumpur Asil, Pasig Santa Lucia Riddlers against the Atami Sardines from Zamboanga, and then the home team Muntinlupa Angeles Resorts EUG Cooley taking on the San Juan Knights. It's a feast of basketball, Nico Aaron Quintong, and I'm sure you're excited.
Oh yes,
Watch
Bob.
it all.
I'm definitely ready for our games today, Bob. We have a nice matchup right ahead of us. Both of these teams are vying for playoff contention, so this matchup is very interesting to see.
And we'd like to introduce the third member of our broadcast panel, our courtside reporter, Sam Coloso.
Thanks, Bob. Both teams are definitely ready to dominate the court today, so we'll see what turns out in a bit. Bob, Nico?
Thank you, Sam. We are looking very forward to your reports. Got lots of stories here in this first matchup. It's a juicy one. They have the same record, 4-2. AFP-FSD Makati Cavaliers kontra sa All-Star Bacolod Ballers Bingo Plus. And quarterfinal slots are on the line here.
That's right, Bob. Both of these teams really such a crucial game for them in this ball game. You see, the All-Star Bacolod Ballers are actually third in our standings. They are tied with the team they're going up against right now, the AFP-FSD Makati Cavaliers. Both teams at 4-2. So you see, games like these, when they go up against each other, are very crucial because we will see who will get those twice to beat advantage. Remember, 1 to 4 has twice to beat, Bob. So crucial game we have for both of these teams here.
That is correct. So Bacolod or Makati, they want to get that twice to beat. Now let's take a look at AFP-FSD Makati. They were riding high until they ran into the buzzsaw of the Nueva Ecija Capitals the other night.
Yes, and I think that's due to their fatigue, Bob. But this is a good team, this AFP-FSD Makati Cavaliers team. The last game, they didn't play that well. Only 22 points from the bench, 39 rebounds. That's a high point for them. But they have to be able to improve collectively as a group.
The night before, they had played the Atami Sardines. A bruising win. So they were exhausted. But in that last game, that heavy loss, Jake Diwa, definitely a bright spot for them, Nico.
Oh, definitely. Jake Diwa, he's been one of their main key core offensive weapons on the offensive end, Bob. This guy could score in bunches. The last game, he had 15 points, shooting 5 of 15 from the field, and then 13 rebounds. So a double-double performance from Jake Diwa. He has been their consistent centerpiece for the AFP-FSD Makati Cavaliers so far, and they will look to utilize him all throughout the rest of this tournament.
They say too much heavy lifting. I think he needs more heavy lifting. Meanwhile, another key player for AFP, none other than Hubert Cani. We had a Cani sighting the other day.
Yes, Hubert Cani, you know, I've always believed in this guy, Bob. The former FEU Tamaraw scoring 10 points, 4 out of 7 field goals, and 2 assists in the last game. So he's starting to get his footing into this season, Bob, and he will be another key ingredient for the continued success of the Cavaliers moving forward.
Lipat naman tayo sa koponan ng All-Star Bacolod Bingo Plus. They are a team with a lot of ambition, new sponsor in this season, and they defeated Kuala Lumpur Asil in a very closely fought game, 80-7 the other day. Our first double overtime, Nico.
Oh, yes, definitely. And what better way to have a first double overtime than that game? They really placed on a thriller. It was a grit and grind ball game for the All-Star Bacolod Ballers all throughout. And they have been a consistent team in being able to close out games in the fourth.
That's right. And, you know, you talk about Mark Yee as the real heart and soul of the Bacolod team, but he also had somebody by his side who was really helping about that man, the gentleman from Tondo, the heroic duo here, Alwin Alday and Marky, a formidable twosome, Nico.
Oh, a heroic duo indeed. Alwin Alday, 18 points, 6 of 15 field goals, 2-3 field goals made, and 5 rebounds. While you have Marky, 15 points, 3 of 9 field goals, 2 of 4 3-point shooting with 10 rebounds. So these two guys have really been the core anchors of the All-Star Bacolod squad so far, and that is why they have to be consistent moving forward.
And then, of course, another key player, J-Boy Solis, the enigmatic J-Boy Solis, Nico, and of which much is expected for today's game.
Hey, this guy's an X-factor for the team, Bob. We haven't heard much about him to start the season, but he showed up the last time. He had 9 points, 4 of 7 field goal shooting, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. So he's one of the underrated players on this team, Bob. But if he gets going, this team could be much more of a threat.
And now we'd like to turn you over to Sam Coloso, who's with the man himself.
Thanks, Bob. Kasama ko nga ngayon si J-Boy Solis from the All-Star Bacolod Bingo Plus Ballers. J-Boy, the first overtime of the season. Hindi lang overtime, pero double overtime. Take me through your game. What were your thoughts and how was that?
Siguro nung nag-overtime nung natapik ko yung bola, akala namin wala na eh. Akala ko wala na kasi lamang na yung kalaban, tapos sila pa yung naka 3 points agad sila yun.
So ano yung edge nyo going against Kuala Lumpur Asil last time kaya kayo nanalo?
Yung edge namin doon, may mga veterans kami tulad nila Kuya Mark, Kuya Raymond, tsaka nila Alwin yun. Kaya doon may leader sa loob sa amin.
May gusto kang batiin, J-Boy?
Unang-una, binabati ko si Mayor Albi Benitez, tsaka Vice Mayor Distrito, tsaka Manila Kingpin, Boss Gian. Yung mga tropa ko sa amin, happy birthday kay K-Pop, kay Brian Guting, yun, Tita Mirna, Boss Joed, all in. Yun po.
Thank you so much and good luck, J-Boy. Back to you, Bob and Nico.
Thank you so much, Sam. So J-Boy Solis, he sent the game into overtime. Or was it the second overtime? Di ko na maalala because that was such a wild game. But J-Boy Solis, can he play a big role again? We'll turn you now over to our match barker, Ryan Villena.
From the Muntinlupa Sports Center, this is Filbasket Summer Championship 2022, presented by Pure Gold. This is the first game of our quadruple header for today, featuring the AFP-FSD Makati Cavaliers and All-Star Bacolod Ballers Bingo Plus. Are you ready? Let's meet the starters of the AFP-FSD Makati Cavaliers. At point guard, standing 5'11" from Far Eastern University, number 18, Hubert Canny. At shooting guard, 6 foot flat, private first class from the Philippine Army, number 4, Mar Villahermosa. At small forward, standing 6'1", airman first class from the Philippine Air Force, number 14, Jake Diwa. At power forward, 6'3", private first class from the Philippine Army, number 21, Joffer Custodio. At center, 6'3", private first class from the Philippine Army, number 20, Chan Colina. The head coach of AFP-FSD Makati Cavaliers is Ronnie Gahanding. And now the starters of All-Star Bacolod Ballers Bingo Plus. At point guard, 5'10" from the University of the East, number 2, Mark Maloles. At shooting guard, standing 5'11" from La Consolacion College, number 17, Alwin Alday. At small forward, 6'1" from Arellano University, number 1, Craniel Viloria. At power forward, 6'5" from Olivares College, number 41, J-Boy Solis. And at center, 6'3" from St. Francis of Assisi College, number 12, Raymond Ilagan. The coach of All-Star Bacolod Ballers Bingo Plus is Alexander Angeles. Our officials for this game, crew chief is Jojo Belnas, first umpire is Johnson Jago, second
There's your
umpire
starting
is
lineup para sa AFP, Custodio, Diwa, Colina, Canny, Villahermosa. Sa panig naman ng Bacolod, Solis, Viloria, Ilagan, Mark Maloles, and Alwin Alday. I had a chat with him earlier as we look at Jake Diwa. Alwin Alday, medyo may iniinda siya sa kanyang left hamstring. It's a little sore. Take a look at Joffer Custodio and Jan Colina, the former Adamson Falcon. You know, most of these AFP players, they're enlisted men, but they're very experienced and capable players too, Nico.
Oh, definitely, Bob. I mean, don't take these guys for granted. These guys could ball. You know what I'm saying? They could actually play at a high level, and that comes with the discipline. Being military men, you also have a lot of discipline to take care of your body, stay in good condition, and to be able to perform at a top level.
There's Raymond Ilagan. And there is a bit of a delay for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Di pa tayo nag-uumpisa. You're watching Filbasket. But I mean, just want to take this time now to give a shout out. Chatted with Coach John Imperio of All-Star Bacolod Ballers earlier, and he asked me to give a shout out to Erjo, Jonatas, Neneng Pacanya, Jinky and Tess, and Anton and Luar from ABB. And we have a uniform problem, and I think a player has been changed in the starting lineup. Wow. What did they call it in the Super Bowl before? Costume malfunction or something like that? Here is the uncanny Hubert Canny. Parang X-Men, the uncanny X-Men. I can't believe no one's gone with uncanny Canny yet, you know, but Joffer Custodio is gonna miss. And Alvin Alday is gonna get his pocket picked by Mara Villahermosa, who gets our scoring started.
Now that is an underrated skill for Villahermosa, Bob. He's not been known to be a pesky defender, but that play, he got the steal, was able to score the first bucket.
Jan Pastillas handing off to Ilagan, who will miss. Here's Hubert Canny. Mar Villahermosa used to be with Bacolod. And the turnover para sa paning ng Bacolod. And here's Pastillas. Quick to Alwin Alday for 3! And he puts Bacolod in the lead 3-2.
Nice transition offense there by All-Star Bacolod ballers. They really took the early offense and taking it to the defense of this Makati team.
Colina. This is one of the matchups. Colina on Raymond Dilagan. Villahermosa. And there is Jake Diwa opening his account. AFP back on top 4-3.
Beautiful pick and pop action there, Bob. You had Diwa with the screen, then he went for the kick out pass. That was an excellent shot. Good pick and pop play there for Makati.
J-Boy Solis looking for his man in the corner. That's Jan Pastillas out of University of San Jose Recoletos in Cebu. And here's the pick and pop you were talking about. This instant replay brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako. Hubert Cani. Gonna go all in own and a drop pass to Colina, who makes a mess of that simple layup. Alwin Alday looking for a friend. He's gonna launch a three-pointer. No good. Cranial Viloria with the rebound. It falls to AFP. This is Villahermosa. Sinibug ang tirang yan ni J-Boy Solis. Alday. Solis to Craniel Viloria from Canlaon City. Viloria left-handed. No good. The rebound falls to Jake Diwa. Scrappy basketball, Nico.
Both of these teams playing at a fast pace already, Bob, to start.
Jofer Custodio, they don't have a whole lot of time. 10 seconds to shoot. Villahermosa inside to Colina, who finds the space. And he makes up for his error. 6-3 is our score.
Terrific move there by Colina. Did not settle for that jumper. He was patient, and he took that strong in the paint.
Alday. Pastillas off the pick from Solis. Pastillas will shoot and miss. Diwa with the rebound. Both of these teams at 4-2, angling for twice to beat. If the season ended today, they'd have it. But of course, 11 games in the regular season. Cani fakes to Villahermosa, turns the ball over. Custodio has to shoot. 1.2 seconds, he turns the ball over. I think Colina should have shot when he heard that music.
I mean, look at this replay right here. That pick and pop, pick and roll, nice fake by Colina. Did not settle for the jumper, took it strong inside the hoop.
That move of the game presented to you by Pure Gold. Boy, did J-Boy Solis take out his credit card for that fake from Jan Colina. Raymond Ilagan loses the handle on the ball. Colina credited with the steal. Villahermosa for 3. Count it! And we're tied. No, rather, AFP goes up 9-3. And we have our first report from Sam Coloso.
Bob, both team coaches have one word in mind, which is recovery. Sabi ng AFP Makati Cavaliers coach Ronnie Kahanding that it is what his players need. They took the practice lightly because from the last game, 30% of his players are fatigued. And we're talking about John Colina, Cani, Casajeros, and Custodio. Sabi naman ni Coach Alex Angeles from All-Star Bacolod Ballers, coming from a double OT, puso daw ang bumuhay sa players at naniniwala sila sa isa't isa. Coming into this game, sabi ni Coach, they can't take AFP lightly. They have to still give their 100% and adjust during the game. Bob, Nico?
Thank you, Sam, as Hubert Cani showing no signs of fatigue at all. So just to put you up to speed, Army are playing their third game in 4 days. They won a bruising encounter against Atami Sardines and then were blown out by Nueva Ecija on Friday. Ito naman yung Bacolod. They played the other day and it was a double overtime win. So both teams have a reason to be tired as Cani goes there with the reverse, brought to you by Smart. Simple smart ako. Villahermosa, no good.
And you know what I'm liking what I'm seeing from both teams, Bob. These two teams usually play at a slow pace. They do it very concisely, but now they're really speeding it up.
Parang sinusubukan nilang isa't isa. O pagod ka, o pagod din kami. Pero sige, tignan natin.
Yeah.
Takbuhan tayo. Sinong tatagal? Canny, long two. No good. That's a strong rebound from Diwa. And 10 to shoot para sa AFP as we've got substitutions coming in for Bacolod. Jerome Garcia coming into the game for Craniel Viloria. Former Pasig, he's from Pasig rather. Former Adamson and Bicol Volcano. 10 to shoot. Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 Filbasket Summer Championship. Richard Albo, one of the veterans, he entered the draft last year for the PBA at the age of 35. Did not get drafted, but he's a player, Nico.
Yes, he could play. Definitely one of the leaders for this team. But that last defensive sequence from Bacolod, Bob, it caught Makati off guard. They really shifted from a man-to-man. They did it in more of a man-zone defense, and that's why it disrupted the rhythm of these AFP Makati Cavaliers.
And the chess game continues between Alex Angeles and Ronnie Kahanding. This is Adrian Lau. Natapik ang bola. And here's Alcoriza, will go strong to the hoop, but miss. Albo. Short pop, no good. Colina with the rebound. .14 to shoot. That's a miss, and last touch will be AFP, which is being contested by Jan Colina. Rather, sorry, last touch, Bacolod. Makati keeps the ball. 11-5 ang ating talaan. We would like to thank Cantigo Scoreboard, multi-sports scoring solutions. Colina, the hook. No good.
Both teams stepping up defensively, Bob. They're really upping the pressure already on defense, and that's why we're seeing these missed possessions from both teams, because defensively they're playing top tier. And what I really find fascinating about this game, Bob, is that the styles of these two teams, they're not known to play at a fast pace, but they really like to set the offense, play smart, calculated offense. But what we're seeing right now is both teams looking to run and take the offense hard in transition.
Meanwhile, Darwin Cordero is called for the foul. And there is a three-pointer that will rattle in and out from J-Boy Solis. Happily, Korean Kitchen is available via delivery and takeout on Grab. So those have been our staff food, and it makes for very happy staff here in Filbasket. Another miss from the Cavaliers. Joel Liu is in the game from Sibonga, Cebu. Former FPU Tamarao. And Richard Albo with the rebound. Adrian Lau, no shooters bounce. Albo will go to the line.
Both teams, Bob, getting very physical on both ends. Offensively, they're not settling for any outside shots. They're taking it strong in the perimeter, or in the paint rather. And the Makati Cavaliers, they've also been trying to push the pace offensively. They are not settling for the perimeter game. They're really taking it inside the court to get physical. So a really surprising start for both of these teams, but it's very entertaining to see. And that is why it's such a close game right now.
Split from Richard Albo and Alex Angeles. Probably a look of concern. 2:43 to go. His side has only scored 6 points. Filbasket is brought to you by Celium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation. Darwin Cordero sells the fake and makes the little jumper, and AFP-FSD has opened up a 13-6 lead.
That move was as smooth as butter, Bob. The up fake, the step back, then the jumper. Oh, that catches the defender off guard.
Casino passes off to Albo. The extra pass works out beautifully with Adrian Lau finishing off para sa Bacolod.
Very selfless play for Bacolod right there. They did not settle for the outside shot. He attracted the defense for that drop pass.
Cordero, 16-footer, count it. Darwin Cordero puts the Cavaliers up 15-8.
Cordero, the cash money jumper he's always got in his bag, pulling up from the perimeter, making use of that pick, and that's why he had that perimeter shot.
Casino from 18 feet, that is good. And we want to remind everybody that Filbasket is presented to you by Pure Gold. 15-10, medyo dumidikit na ang laban dito sa ating first quarter. Darwin Cordero nagtitimon para sa Makati. 10 seconds to shoot. Lord Casajeros, the former UE Red Warrior, 3 to shoot. And he faked elbow, jumped, and then I think he jumped into elbow to draw the shooting foul. Mukhang veteran moves yan, Nico, Aaron Quintong.
Yes, that was a veteran move for Casajeros. He knew the time on the shot clock was expiring, so he did not rush the shot. Instead, he used his experience to his advantage. He took his time, stayed patient with the jumper, was able to get the up fake, and that's why he's at the line right now for 2. So, excellent presence of mind for Casajeros.
2 for 2 from the 4.5-meter line for Lord Casajeros, 17-10. Ronnie Kahanding must be liking what he sees. Our prize money sponsor for Filbasket 2022 Summer Championship is none other than eMedisure Pharmacy. 1 million ang mapupunta sa winning team. So as JK Cancino gets on the score sheet, 17-12. Casajeros, long 2. That goes nothing but net. And he's getting some confidence there, Nico.
Book that bucket for Casajeros. He could hit that perimeter jumper, Bob. And the way Makati is playing right now, smart, patient offense.
And we've got a 3-pointer from Jerome Garcia.
Jerome Garcia, Bob, is that kind of player. He could play 4 and 5. He could hit that outside shot and really open up things offensively for your team.
Shot clock is off. The Cavs will play for the last. And Albo fouls in. They still have fouls to give. And Mark Yee is only now entering the game. This instant replay is brought to you by Smart. Simple. Smart across. Smooth triple there from Jerome Garcia. It's interesting na ngayon lang pinasok si Mark Yee.
Oh, that's right, Bob, definitely. But on this fast break, Liu takes it there. Yeah, Mark Yee, he's been a consistent player, so they want to utilize his energy in this game.
And all-star Bacolod Ballers have trailed by significant numbers through most of that quarter. But the strong finishing kick means they're down by just 1 bucket, as there were plenty of outstanding plays here in this first quarter, Nico and Quintong.
Both teams, Bob, playing at such a high pace right now, not settling for any outside jumpers. They're taking it to the core of the defense of each opponent. So, very physical ball game we're having so far, and both teams really playing with a sense of urgency.
We'll take a break. Second quarter coming up after this. Summer Championship 2022. Glad that you're joining us, whether it be on YouTube, Facebook, Kumu, TikTok, or on the delayed telecast on Solar Sports. Jerome Garcia. And those are the stats there. Field goals, pretty even. And we've got a long two that is gonna miss, but Adrian Lau will follow up, and just like that, we have our first deadlock of the game in a while, 19 all.
Both teams playing with similar pace, similar style, Bob, and you're going to have second chance points like that, which will be valuable moving forward.
And Darwin Cordero doesn't like the call. He thought it was last touch to Bacolod. Lord Casajeros will take a break, and in his place, Jan Colina. And we've got another replacement here, as well as Jan Formento, who had a great game the other day out of St. Clair, is in the game. J.K. Casino. And we've got a highlight reel move there from J.K. Casino, but we also have one of the Cavaliers on the deck. It's Mar Villahermosa. And we'd love to see the replay to see exactly what went on this play. Medyo tumama lang sa natamaan lang ni Edrin Lau ang mukha ni Villahermosa, but he's gonna be okay. And 21-19 is the lead for Bacolod. And Ronnie Cahanding has seen that lead that they held most of the first quarter vaporized. Jan Formento. Cahanding is not best pleased with the officiating there. I think he's looking for some kind of a foul, maybe even an unsport there, Nico.
Yes, from his angle, it probably looked like an unsportsmanlike foul, Bob, but we saw it on the replay earlier. It was something inadvertent. He didn't really mean to drop that elbow. It was just something that happened in the play which caused that foul.
Full court press para sa All-Star Bacolod Ballers. We would like to thank Contigo Scoreboard Multi-Sports Scoring Solutions. And we've got a foul away from the ball as Joel Lee Yu is sent to his wallet by Jan Colina. Boy, those are the fouls that drive coaches crazy, Nico.
Oh, yes. You do not want to commit fouls like that, but Lee Yu doing a terrific job of setting up that play to get the turnover, and now the ball is back to the All-Star Bacolod Ballers.
Marquis Casino. Casino turns the ball over. Formento. Wonderful pass by Formento. There's the streaking Jake Diwa, and we're tied at 21 all.
Excellent play there for the Makati Cavaliers. They really took advantage of the 2-on-1 fast break, and that's why they were able to make that play.
This is Jerome Garcia. Runs into Jan Colina, and that's his second foul in the last 30 seconds of game time. And this is the Happy Lee Korean Kitchen assist delivery of the game. Happy Lee is available via delivery and takeout through your Grab app. I'm not a big fan of K-pop or K-drama, but K-food, oh yeah. Never met a bulgogi I didn't like, especially when it comes from Happily Korean Kitchen, as Garcia knocks in the first free throw.
Hey, I guess for both bulgogi lovers, Bob, I mean, Korean food is top tier. That's really, really good. So, yes, excellent Korean food we have here.
Garcia misses, and Diwa will just keep the ball in. Little pirouette there from Jake Diwa. Colina. Diwa, he's got an open three. No good. And last touch, AFP.
And now, contrasting styles for both of these teams, Bob. They like to play slow and smart, but now they're really doing the opposite of their style. They're playing fast, pushing the pace in transition, and that's one key credit to the score right now, is because they have similar approaches to this game.
It will be interesting to see how that evolves. Filbasket is brought to you by Celium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation. Air ball there, picked up by Colina. Villahermosa doesn't get it off the window. And it's Jake Diwa ang naglilikpit para sa AFP-FSD. 23-22.
Excellent rebound there by the All-Star Bacolod Ballers, but the Makati Cavaliers taking advantage of that fast break opportunity. They were able to capitalize on the 2-on-1, and the transition game has been the X factor dito sa larong ito, Bob. Both teams run in transition. It's been such an X factor and key ingredient for their success so far.
Meanwhile, Jake Diwa is called for an offensive foul. Foul is on Jake Diwa, and Kahanding is having another powwow with the refs. He's working the refs, isn't he?
Oh, definitely. When you have physical games like these, it really puts the refs on their toes.
Adrian Lau. Cranel Viloria. Three-pointer on the way, and just strong offensive rebound. Alwin Alday. Little stab is no good. And this is Jake Diwa. And Markey blanks him. Markey so quiet in this game. At nagpapakilala siya ngayon with a block on Diwa. We are going to take a timeout with AFP up 23-22 as you take a look at this beautiful defensive work from Mark Yee.
Mark Yee saying, "Do you remember who I am? I could still defend at a high level."
40 years old, age is just a number. That instant replay is brought to you by Smart. Simple Smart ako. More action coming your way after this. Back at live action. There's Adrian Lau. 19 seconds on the shot clock. And before we keep on going here, we'd like to turn you over to Sam Coloso.
Thanks, Bob. If you can see, the players of All-Star Bacolod Ballers are not their usual starters, probably to save that energy. Sabi ni Coach Alex Angeles to push harder on defense, communicate dahil may attempts nga sila to shoot pero di kumokonekta. So sabi ni Coach, create those rhythm shots. Bob, Nico.
Thank you so much, Sam, and both coaches really trying to nagtitipid sila ng lakas para sa mga player nila, lalo na yung mga veteran. Adrian Lau nuts the game up at 4-2. Bacolod on a 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, AFP had their win streak snapped emphatically the other night. Both go down, and Bingo Plus takes a 24-23 lead. Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 Filbasket Summer Championship, and the less said about that pass from Formento, the better.
And now you see, Bob, another shift defensively for the All-Star Bacolod Ballers. Now they went to a 1-2-2 high press defense, and that prompted that rushed pass there by the Makati Cavaliers. So excellent shift defensively for Bacolod.
Carl Soriano is in the game for Bacolod. Meanwhile, Cranial Viloria has knocked in a three-pointer. Villahermosa bounce pass at the last minute to Jake Diwa. That's got you nodding your head, Nico.
And that is how you counter a 1-2-2 high press, Bob. move the ball quickly, get that extra passed out, move in transition, and you will always catch that last man on defense off guard. Because when you are able to move that ball quickly, it becomes a 2-on-1 offense. That's how you break the press, and that's why Jake D was at the line.
I guess on a 1-2-2, medyo maluwag yung baseline.
Yes, yes.
Jake Diwa having a good game thus far. And he'll take a break, and Jofer Custodio, the Army man, will check in. A lot of these guys were frontliners during the pandemic. I know Jofer is one of them. And we thank all of these enlisted men here in AFP for their service, and big advantage there on bench scoring para sa Bingo Plus. Carl Soriano, no good. This is Hubert Cani. Cani, 12-footer, nothing but net. Makati back in the lead.
Cani, he's always been cash money from that area, Bob. Even during his UAP days, he has always been known to pull up that perimeter jumper.
Alvin Alday. To Adrian Lau, there's a foul. Nope. Passport of Adrian Lau is stamped. 27-26 ang lamang ng AFP. Another turnover. You like to say cash money if he's a good shooter. If he's a bad shooter, is that credit money? You know, I don't know. What's the difference?
Sorry?
Never mind. Is that credit money if he's not a good shooter? You know? Utang ba yan? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Back to our game. Hubert Cani. Long two from Cani. Craniel Viloria with the rebound. No relation, I would imagine, to Brian Viloria. Their names are spelled differently. Carl Soriano stripped to the ball. Cani, Custodio, give and go. And that is rejected by Viloria, and he tried to keep it alive. 16 seconds to shoot for the Cavaliers.
You have to appreciate the defense on Viloria on this play. Look, did not give up on the 2-on-1 fast break, went for the block. He stayed his ground defensively. He stayed disciplined despite being outnumbered on that play.
Villahermosa. Jan Colina, spin move. And looks like a shooting foul. He'll go to the line. Raymond Ilagan played for the Laguna Cra Heroes alongside the Mangajas brothers, and also played for the Pasay Voyagers. Called for the foul, and here we have this Adamson Falcon, Jan Colina, knocking in the first free throw.
And both of these teams, Bob, really standing out now in terms of physicality. Makati already has 12 points in the paint, while the All-Star Bacolod Borders have 10. So almost half of the total scores for both teams right now come from inside the paint. So they've been very efficient so far.
That's old school, isn't it, huh? Our prize money sponsors brought to you by eMedisure Pharmacy. Craniel Viloria, hard off the back rim. Ball recycled by Carl Soriano. Viloria says, I'll have another go. Same result. Mar Villahermosa. Gets the screen off Chad Alonzo. Cani. Ball is batted away. 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Good ball denial by ABB. They did not let up defensively, stayed their ground, really alert in those extra passes.
Marquis takes a break. Solis back in. Hubert Cani, no good. Solis, immediate impact there with the rebound. Got good length, does this Solis guy. Viloria goes inside, outside to Raymond Ilagan. Alday for three, count it!
That move was smooth. The pick and roll, the side step, and then the pull up. That's a sweet jumper for Alwin Alday.
And we're gonna review that if it's a 3 or a 2, we've been told. So he might have been stepping on the line. And we have Chad Alonso on the court. He is fouled.
Excellent move by Alday. The pick and roll, the sidestep, nailing that three. So nice setup by Alday, the little bit of one-on-one action.
Jake Diwa leading AFP in scoring, and Alvin Alday with 6 points on top dito para sa ABB, as we have a three-pointer from the corner by Villahermosa, who's now taken the team lead at 9 points for the Cavaliers. They lead 32-29.
And that's Villahermosa's bread and butter, Bob, the three-point shot. He's always had that stroke and rhythm all throughout this tournament.
And they love their corner threes, don't they?
Uh-huh.
Kani, happily Korean Kitchen available by delivery and takeout sa grab. Villahermosa turnaround jumper. A bridge too far. Alwin Alday wisely waits for reinforcements. Richard Albo. Viloria loses the handle. We've got a 2-on-2. It becomes a 1-on-1. And no score from Villahermosa. Alday. Albo offloads to Raymond Ilagan, who hits nothing but net. And Bacolod pulled within one, 32-31.
Bacolod taking advantage of the fast break play there, Bob. They knew they had the numbers on offense. It became a 4-on-3 offensive break, so they took advantage of that with that jumper.
Hubert Cani, no good. Alwin Alday. Inside to Ilagan. Ilagan outside. Albo. There's a man down from AFP. They want a call. Instead, Alwin Alday will put Bacolod in the lead with the three-pointer, 34-32. Timeout with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go, and there's the action off the ball and no call, say the refs, as Bacolod takes a 2-point lead. We'll be right back. Having a solid afternoon, 9 points already, leading his team. Minute and 9 to go. Both of these sides want to take a lead into the dressing room. Kani, Colina, 10 to shoot para sa AFP. Skip pass inside to Tano, who's just come into the game. Hook shot off the glass is no good. One of the real veterans of this team. Foul on Viloria. Bagong 14 para sa AFP-FSD. And here's Tano. Misses again. Colina, the putback, no good. Tano with the rebound. He's gonna take the long two, hard off. So that's 0-3 there for Tano.
He's a good player, Bob, but he's looking a little bit jittery to start. So he has yet to get his rhythm, but they could utilize him inside the paint. So Tano there.
Mark Tano. And Albo is gonna knock down a two-pointer. And that opens up a 4-point lead for Bacolod. Not a lot of time, 9 seconds, shot clock is off. Hubert Cani. Mark Tano long two. This time it's good! That's the confidence of the veteran Mark Tano. And with that basket, the lead is cut down to 2 as we go into the dressing room. Bingo plus 36, AFP-FSD 34, and that's the assist delivery of the game brought to you by Happy Lee, which is available by delivery and takeout on Grab.
Nice shot there by Tano. He did not let up on that play, shook up those jitters early and showed us he could shoot it from deep.
Halftime analysis coming your way after this.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in ensaymada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo ang chismis. We really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga-Power. Simple, smart code. Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in ensaymada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo ang chismis. We really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga-Power. Simple, smart code.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Right, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
1 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wait.
in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
And on three. 1, 2, 3.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in ensaymada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga Power. Simple, smart code.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
And on three. 1, 2, 3. Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching.
Filbasket 2022 Summer Championship. Battle of 4 and 2 teams at the half. It's All-Star Bacolod Ballers Bingo Plus in the lead, and no shortage of highlights here, Nico Aaron Quintong.
Both teams, Bob, really taking it hard in the paint. Not settling for outside jumpers, playing at a very high-intensity, high-paced basketball. And that's why we have a spectacular set of highlights for us right now, is because teams playing with very similar styles, very similar contrasting offense and defense. It's one show to watch.
Alwin Alday knocking in the three, which is one of his specialties. And statistically, some interesting numbers here that you're going to take us through, Nico.
The field goal percentage for both teams could improve in the second half. But what stands out to me are the inside points. The physicality has been top tier. Almost half of their points come from the inside. 10 points for AFP Makati Cavaliers, 14 for the All-Star Bacolod Ballers, and then you have the rebounding numbers. Both teams really taking advantage of the boards. 22 for Makati, 21 for Bacolod. So that's why we have the score really close right now, is because they have been even on both ends of the floor. And then the leading scorers, you have guys like Villahermosa staying consistent, Jake Diwa, Jan Colina, Hubert Cani. So all the guys you would expect to stand out for Makati have really played well in this ball game. While for Bacolod, Alvin Alday again, Casino, Lao, Garcia. Garcia is what stands out to me. He's been able to click offensively and get his rhythm in this second half. So all the players you expect to stand out in this match have really performed at their best. And we could expect more from them in this second half.
Still a low-scoring game. Tignan natin kung bubulusok ang mga opensa na magkabilang koponan sa darating na third quarter. Yi is starting the game with J-Boy Solis and Albo, as well as Casino and Alday. It's Cani, Cordero, Custodio, Diwa, and Chad Alonso naman para sa AFP. Darwin Cordero. Diwa has to take it. And he shoots it, and 36 all. How about that for a bailout jumper?
Man, Diwa, don't do that to him. He's scoring from all angles now, Bob. He could score in the paint. He could shoot a jumper. So Diwa's been consistent.
As the shot clock winds down. Now here is Mark Yi. Hounded by Alonso. Yi, strong move, but can't get the finish. Casino. Alday. No, not this time. 36 all. We want to congratulate MNL Kingpin on the opening of their new store in Cebu. Salamat MNL Kingpin, Manila Kingpin, para sa inyong suporta dito sa Filbasket 2022 Summer Championship. Hubert Cani straight to the wood there on that three-pointer.
And credit the defense there of Bacolod, really forcing Cani to take a difficult shot, and that's why he wasn't able to hit that one. But one thing that would be interesting to see here, Bob, is it would be nice to see some weak side isolation action on Mark Yi, because he could still play in the post.
And then as you say that, he does something completely different. Top of the key, triple from Mark Yi. He scored one of those in double overtime the other night. He's got one here. Bacolod up by 3, 39-36.
Yep, Mark Yi could shoot too. That's also part of his repertoire, Bob. He could post up, he could land that three. So they're really utilizing him on the offensive end with a pick and pop.
Alonso getting the shooter's bounce.
But Alonso is such a physical player for Makati. He's always been known to get gritty and grindy inside the paint. So tough move there.
Another former Adamson Falcon. Casino. 10 to shoot. Mark Yi. Alday. Back to Yi. This is a long two. He's stepping on the line. And 41-38 ang lamang ng Bingo Plus dito.
Just as I said earlier, Bob, Bacolod should look to get more action from Mark Yi, so he's proving that he could still hit that stroke from deep.
He's a bit of a Swiss knife player, isn't he, Mark Yi?
Definitely.
Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 Filbasket Summer Championship. And talking about Swiss knife, Yi with the rebound. And Albo going hard to the basket. Chad Alonso ang natawagan, and there you see very clearly that he was stepping on the line. It's still a nice stroke. That instant replay brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako.
And it's all about that confidence from Mark Yi, Bob. He has a lot of confidence playing in this game.
Well, he's played it at the highest level in the Philippines for a very long time. Step back jumper from Alvin Alday is no good. Casino, Yee. Oh, this is beautiful basketball from the All-Star Bacolod Ballers. Extra pass from Yee. They get the basket and the foul as well.
Nice extra pass. No look by Mark Yee to Alvin Alday. Book that and one.
And we've got a rebound and an assist and a three-pointer and a two-pointer now from Marquis in this third quarter. And we also have the and one from Alday. 44-38 ang kalamangan ng Bingo Plus.
And credit that to the physicality of both teams, Bob. Now look, Bacolod switching to a 1-2-2 high press again. They're going back to that defense that forced Makati some turnovers early in the first half.
Kani. Long to no good from Jake Diwap. And is Bacolod gonna start to pull away? Parehong pagod ang dalawang koponan na ito. But who's gonna have more energy here in this second half?
It's all about heart now, Bob. Heart and that killer instinct for both teams.
Alday. 6 to shoot. Joel Liu, no good. And Mark Yee almost coming up with a steal. Alonzo. Kani. Here's Jake Diwa. Gets the basket off the glass.
Strong move for Diwa. The physicality has always been his bread and butter, so they're taking advantage of the mismatch he has in the post.
Marquis. Alday. Alday strong to the hoop. No good, and the follow-up from Solis is also unsuccessful. And we have a report now from Sam Coloso.
Bob, what Coach Ronnie Kahanding of AFP Makati Cavaliers had to do was strengthen their system and push for stronger defense. Nahirapan sila dahil sa ball screen and kulang nga daw sa communication. So Coach Ronnie's move is to go through. Laktawan at depensahan daw si Marquis. Basahin ang depensa and execute play. Bob, Nico.
Thank you so much. That's always a good idea to put defense on Marquis, but unfortunately for AFP, it's easier said than done. He's had a great quarter. And he's drawn a foul.
So now they're really going to the weak side isolation on Marquis, Bob. They know he has his rhythm now, so that's something they could utilize moving forward in this ball game, that weak side isolation action.
Here is the move of the game presented to you by Pure Gold. Jake Diwa with the reverse. Alday, wild finish. I think a bit of a Euro step there as he went to the basket. Now outside, a long two is not forthcoming for Darwin Cordero. It's interesting, Marquis still in the game here in the third quarter. Iisipin mo siguro pahingain yan sa darating na fourth period at any time now. Pero nandiyan pa rin siya.
Yes, and I think that's because they see he's getting his rhythm on offense. They do not want to rest a man who's on fire. So here he goes for isolation now.
Using his strength. Viloria, oh, what a pass. But the whistle came before it. What's the call? Could it be 3 seconds? Not sure. At any rate, it's a turnover. This dogged AFP team refuses to be cowed. 2 puntos lang ang kalamangan ng Bacolod. Diwa! Wild turnover. And we've got Cranial Venoria for Marquis!
Beautiful execution for Bacolod. Played smart defense, forced the turnover, went to the 3-on-1 fast break. That's what allowed Marquis to get that wide open layup.
Marquis, it looks like he can play in this league another 2, 3, maybe even 4 years.
Definitely.
And Viloria, he knows that Albo is there, had the step on him, and Albo converts, and it's suddenly a 6-point lead, 48-42 with 3 minutes to go for Bacolod. Cordero. Corner three is down for Jake Diwa.
And that is how you cut the momentum if you're Makati. Excellent shot there by Jake Diwa. Makati had a good run those last 2 possessions with the 2 straight fast breaks, but Diwa's 3 just iced all of that, bringing the momentum just even.
Real bombero move there by Jake Diwa. And the ball has been turned over, and Markey is not going to make a mistake. It's been a wonderful quarter for Yi. Lord Casajeros trying to go over Yi. He does it. He caught the Bacolod defense sleeping.
And Lordy Casajeros, the sidestep 1-2 basket, did not settle for that jumper. He took it too strong to the hole, timed that shot perfectly, even if he wasn't the tallest guy in that play. But look at this. Casajeros timing it 1-2, leaving the first defender and just shooting over a taller Mark Yi with that timed floater.
Timeout with Bacolod up by 3. More Filbasket coming your way. Welcome back to the Muntinlupa Sports Center. Sunday action here at Filbasket, and Jake Diwa having a strong game thus far for AFP-FSD.
And he stayed consistent, Bob. 15.6 of 10 field goal shooting, 7 rebounds. So Jake Diwa really living up to his role of being one of the main offensive weapons for Makati. He's been consistent all throughout this game.
And there's a turnover there from Raymond Ilagan. Made a bad situation worse there after he got stripped of the ball. 2 minutes. John Formento's in the game. Liu takes the ball away, and it will be possession arm AFP-FSD with 10 seconds to shoot. And there's the veteran move from Markey, making sure that the mop guy takes care of the wet spots there where Liu fell.
And this guy, Liu, Bob, he's always been a standout, pesky defender. Even during his days with FEU, he's always been known as a defensive guy. Maybe not on offense, but he's really been a pesky defender.
And AFP will not get the bucket off John Formento. And Jerome Garcia with the baseline reverse.
Nice no-look pass from Liu to Garcia. So Liu doing it on both ends, getting the stop, and then the no-look pass to Garcia. But excellent recognition there by Garcia, moving off ball.
It's a turnover from John Colina. This is Craniel Viloria as Liu falls down. Does kulang sa pectus yung tira ni Viloria, and Garcia's pocket is picked. Casajeros with the layup and the and one.
Oh.
And he does not appreciate the attentions of Joel Liu on that play.
Casajeros, that's how you flex on him. Get the steal, then take it strong to the hole. And I like this. He looked at him after as if to say, you ain't got nothing on me, kid. He just went strong for that layup there by Lord Casajeros, the former UE Red Warrior.
Move of the game presented to you by Pure Gold. And I don't know if that was a stare down of intimidation or it was a stare down because hindi ko gusto yung depensa mo, pare, medyo madumi. I don't know. At any rate, Lord Casajeros completes the three-point play. Ilang beses na akala natin makakalayo na ang Bacolod dito sa third quarter. Dikit ng dikit pa rin ang AFP-FSD. These teams have identical 4-2 records, and you're really seeing why. And that is a foul there on Adrian Lau.
Now look, Bob, Makati is also changing defensively. They also went on a 1-2-2 high press there, so they're really forcing Bacolod to commit those turnovers early. They don't want their guards to get the ball because guys like Veloria, Garcia, Liu, they know they made good plays the past few possessions. So with that 1-2-2, it allows Makati more luxury on defense to be able to let these guards let go of the ball early.
Second free throw is no good. Our prize money sponsor, of course, is eMedisure Pharmacy. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik ng Filbasket. There's Casajeros. Turnover. And we're going to take this to the possession arrow, and it's favoring Bacolod.
Good defense there by Bacolod.
Here is our Happily Korean Kitchen assist delivery of the game. And the neat finish there from Jerome Garcia off the dish from Joel Liu. Liu. Raymond Ilagan, 15-footer from the baseline, is good.
And that's how you freeze a press if you're Ilagan. That kind of defense forces you to shoot outside. So Ilagan made the 1-2-2 defense by Makati pay.
Just 4 seconds for Mento. Wild miss. And the all-star Bacolod Ballers will take a 5-point lead, 55-50, into the payoff canto against AFP-FSD. Despite the great play of Jake Diwa, it's been wonderful team action here from Mark Yee and his buddies. Lord Casajero with the strong move.
Just a little stare down there. So both teams, Bob, palag maglaro eh.
55-50, fourth quarter coming up after this.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
You're watching the Filbasket 2022 Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. AFP-FSD Makati down by 5. Here's Jan Formento. Colina, long two, no good. And there's the quarter scores with Bacolod bringing home the bacon in the second and the third quarters, Nico.
And it's been an even scoring game for all quarters, Bob. No team has really taken control of a single quarter yet, and that's why our score is so close. Is because both of them have been going back and forth. It's about which team could take this fourth quarter, make a run, and get stops.
Alcoriza, stop, pop, miss. Joel Liu ang magtitimon dito sa play na to para sa Bingo Plus. Still a 5-point lead. Adrian Lau, Raymond Ilagan. Hard shove there on Casajeros. 2 seconds to shoot. Binitawan, kinapos.
Ang ganda ng depensa ng Makati dun, Bob. They will need to do that more. So they could get stops if they keep that defensive pressure up, forcing Bacolod to take a difficult shot. So they've really turned it up defensively.
Adrian Lau straight to the floor. And here's Jan Formento. Renz Alcoriza for 3, not this time.
And not the best look there if you're Makati, Bob. They could have moved the ball more. They have to do some more pin down or screen actions if they want the 3, because that wasn't the best that they could get.
Can Bacolod be more patient? Only 8 to shoot. Are they aware of the shot clock? We've got an offensive foul. I think that's where on Raymond Ilagan.
So Makati now, Bob, they're doing an excellent job defensively, forcing Bacolod to make those turnovers right here. Look, smart move by Casajeros to situate himself in front of Ilagan. He knew he was in motion, and that's why it's an offensive foul. So Makati now has to convert on offense if they want to keep this game close.
Villahermosa. Alcoriza trying to find a way to get that basket. No dice.
He was looking for the foul there, but he was not going to get it because he went up earlier.
Neither team has scored, and we've already played more than 2 minutes. And just as I say that, Adrian Lau makes it a 7-point lead for Bacolod.
Nice jumper there by Lau, being very patient with the offense. He knew he had a screen set for him, and that's why he had that jumper.
Colina trying to get the give and go with Jan Formento. 12 to shoot. Pabalik si Alwin Alday. Casajeros swirls it in.
Casajeros, he's just been consistent all throughout this game, able to land that jumper, and when he is needed to break that momentum for Bacolod, he has always been one of the keys.
11 points now for Lord Casajeros. Baseline drive from Viloria. And happily, Korean Kitchen is available by delivery and takeout on grab. This is our staff meals here at Filbasket. And we highly recommend their irresistible K-Grub.
Now, what stands out to me, Bob, specifically for the All-Star Bacolod Ballers, is their bench scoring. They already have 57 points, but out of that 57, 37 of that have come from the bench. So the bench has really played a key factor in this game.
It's nice to have Marquis coming off the bench, isn't it?
Yes, and I think that's one strategy coach had to put him off the bench, is because he brings that leadership and momentum to the second unit.
59-52.
Bacolod back to their 1-2-2.
Mar Villahermosa, the former Bacolod player. Natapik. Jake Diwa has to swing it out. Lord Casajeros, no good. But he had to take that shot. Slow developing play for AFP.
Credit that to the defense of ABB. They did not force Makati into taking the inside shot. Instead, they wanted them to settle for jumpers like that. So, excellent defense for Bacolod.
5 to shoot. Adrian Lau off the glass. Big basket, and it's a 9-point lead. The biggest of the game for Bingo Plus.
That was an unorthodox shot for Adrian Lau, Bobby. Went for the up fake. I feel like he wanted to take a jumper, but instead, when he saw the defender get up earlier, he took one step closer to the basket. Then he hit that off the glass jumper.
This is the move of the game presented to you by Pure Gold. Adrian Lau finds the top of the window. 61-52 with 6 minutes to go. The conclusion of this fourth quarter coming up after this. Welcome back. You're watching Filbasket 2022 Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. And look on the right side of your screen. Natawagan ng foul si Joel Liu. Hubert Cani. Casajeros on Liu. Casajeros will go to the line.
Now, Makati is going back to their bread and butter, Bob. They're slowing down their offense, being very patient, not settling for any rushed shots, and this is something they've always been known for, the smart and calculated offense. And the style of the Makati team, Bob, they remind me a lot of the San Antonio Spurs. Nothing fancy, nothing flashy, but just efficient, smart offense.
Team play as Casajeros gets the split to cut the lead to 8. Just a reminder that this AFP-FSD team, a lot of them are enlisted men. They have full-time jobs apart from playing on this club. So the mere fact that they are competing in this league is a credit to them, as Ilagan is fouled. .546. Lau. Ooh, no good. Ilagan with the follow-up. And it's a 10-point lead.
And Makati cannot allow Bacolod to get those second chance points, Bob. Bacolod already with 6 second chance points, so they have to be able to rebound better and prevent them from getting offensive rebounds.
Villahermosa for 3. As long as AFP-FSD continues to make those shots, they're gonna hang around. 7-point lead for Bacolod.
Sharp shooting there by Villahermosa. He recognized he got a pin down. He saw he had a good look and a high quality shot for Mark Villahermosa.
Alday. Ilagan is tagged. And is it going to be a shooting foul? Probably. It is a shooting foul. They're not getting a penalty, but he's at the line. Little hip check there from Marvilla. Medyo patago.
Yep, those are some subtle things some players do, Bob.
Gulang moves. I'm sure you've got some of your own.
I've tried it a couple times, yeah. Maybe got away with a few, but it's something these referees are very aware of nowadays.
And 4th team foul, so just the 1 foul away from penalty is Makati. Adrian Lau. The first is down. 4:47. Marami pa ring oras dito. We just want to shout out again. The shout out from Coach John Imperio to Erjo, Jonatas, Neneng Pacanya, Jinky and Tess, and Anton and Luar. Jinky and Tess and Anton Luar from ABB. Let's see if Coach John Imperio is with the staff of ABB. Can have a happy afternoon, a happy Sunday. But Mar Villahermosa wants to ruin it for him as he's made the jumper to cut the lead to 7.
Villahermosa has always been one of those momentum busters for Makati. Every time the opponent got a lead, he was able to cut that momentum.
Strong to the hoop there from Lau, and we have Villahermosa down and holding that knee. And please let this not be serious. We would like to thank Contigo Scoreboard Multi-Sport Scoring Solutions. And you hate to lose a player of Villahermosa's standard in a time like this, Nico.
Yes, he will be needed. We have 4 minutes remaining in this ball game. It's only a 7-point game. So let's just hope Villahermosa is able to recover there. But when you have a knee-to-knee action like that, it's just something you really have to shake off immediately, because it's the contact it creates as a player, the effect on the knee that's one thing you don't want to have. And let's just hope Villahermosa is okay.
Ronnie Canding's out on the floor to inspect what's going on here.
And Villahermosa has been playing well, Bob. He already has 13 points in 21 minutes of action, 60% from 3. So let's just hope he is able to recover as we have much more basketball to go.
And the wheelchair is out. Can Villahermosa put any weight on that wheel of his? The good news is that yes, he can, pero inaakay pa rin siya ni Coach Ronnie at ni Jofer Custodio. (65-58), just 4 minutes and 13 seconds ang nalalabi dito sa ating fourth quarter. Mar will have some ice on that. Si Kani ang magtitimon. Diwa. Check that. This is Alonzo. Casajeros. A bad pass by Lord Casajeros. Lee Yu is going to finish off the move. That's a huge mistake there by Casajeros.
And now momentum on Bacolod's side, Bob. They're going back to that 1-2-2 full court defense, but they've been able to get stops now. The 9-point lead they have.
Foul away from the ball. Alday is called. There's the turnover. Good support from Joel Lee Yu.
Excellent presence of mind for all players in Bacolod there. They all ran down. That's why they got that 3-on-1 fast break.
Jake Diwa. There is the three-point shot. Is no good from Renz Alcoriza. And Alonso has been called for the foul, and it's penalty to Bacolod. Worst news here for AFP-FSD.
Yes, Bacolod has done a terrific job in this ball game, Bob, getting stops when necessary in this fourth quarter. They did not turn over the ball as much. They were able to convert on both ends, and they forced Makati to take some difficult shots. But Makati now, we have 3 minutes left, Bob. If they could gather a couple of stops and go on a quick 8-0 run, it's going to create problems for Bacolod moving forward. So Makati needs to get stops and convert on offense.
Adrian Lau makes it 68-58, 4-possession game. Custodio, he's not been shooting from three-point range. Diwa has been, though. Our prize money sponsors brought to you by eMedisure Pharmacy. As just like that, this AFP team refuses to go quietly into the night. Joel Lee Yu. Inuubos ang oras. 7 seconds to shoot. Alday for 3. No good. Jake Diwa, hard to the hoop. Ooh. The wrong part of the backboard. And Bacolod will slow things down. Use a little clock here. It's a 3-possession game.
Smart play by Bacolod there, just really milking the clock.
Joel Lee Yu with a huge jumper. And it's 70-61. Are they inching closer to victory here? Joel Lee Yu sends his defender one way with the head fake, and then the ball swishes down. We'll take a break. More action coming up from Filbasket.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in ensaymada baking, or major in TikTok.
There's Mar Villahermosa. Was injured earlier. Mukhang handa na siyang pumasok sa laro. And we'll turn you over to Sam Coloso.
Thanks, Bob. Sabi nga ni Jesmar Villahermosa na hyperextend nga daw yung tuhod niya. Nabigla lang daw siya, but he's feeling better and now he's back. Bob, Nico.
Thank you. Those hyperextensions, they can be a bit nasty. I'm sure he's going to have a rough morning tomorrow, Nico.
Oh, yes. And you always want to recover and take care of your physicality and your physique as a player. I mean, we have a lot more basketball to play in this tournament. Take note, this team's vying for the playoffs. That's why Villahermosa will be key moving forward.
Last 2 minutes brought to you by Smart. Simple Smart ako. Is Lee Yu. They're going to call it a goaltend, and they're going to put 72 points on the scoreboard, and now they're going to review it. Just run us through the goaltending rules as you know it, Nico.
Yes, well, in this play right here, Lee Yu, he got the shot early on, but if it's, see, look at this, above the rim. Sometimes referees are very nitpicky with plays like that. The moment it reaches above the rim and it's nearing the cylinder and it gets hit, most likely that will be a goaltending call.
And they're going to say count it.
There you go. It was above the rim, so that shot definitely counted.
Good to see na naniniguro yung refs natin. They're using the video to make sure that things are on the above board as Chad Alonzo is called for a foul. Raymond Ilagan, the guilty culprit. Cap and gown time for Raymond Ilagan as he commits his maximum 5th foul. 6 points and 3 rebounds and 3 assists. A good outing for him.
Yes, Ilagan is one of the key players para dito sa All-Star Bacolod Ballers. He's the starters that really contributed from the starting lineup. 75% from field goal. He had 75% from 2-point shots. 1 offensive rebound, 3 defensive rebounds, 3 assists. So very all-around performance para dyan kay Ilagan.
Alonzo with some very precious points dito para sa AFP-FSD. (72-63) full court press from AFP, and this is what happens when you have the full court press. It's oftentimes sobrang bakante near the basket. Craniel Viloria milking that clock with less than 5 seconds to go. He'll go to the line. Well-run play there by Bacolod.
Very patient. They knew Makati was giving them the pressure, Bob, but they stayed patient, did not do anything fancy. And as you see here, Viloria, he knew they had to put something up, took it strong to the hole against Makati, catching that defense off guard because he saw that wide open lane inside the paint.
Shooter's bounce from Viloria. 10-point lead, minute and 21. Super advantage dito para sa Bacolod. That's down as well. 74-63. There's commish slash founder slash president. Ang ating punong abola dito si Jai Reyes. And this is going to be useful for AFP-FSD as Chad Alonzo has an and-one opportunity, 3-possession game.
So Chad Alonzo, excellent fake pass there, catching the defender off guard, going for the post-up and taking it strong to the body for that and-one.
This was the move of the day presented to you by Pure Gold. The free throw is good. 8 points Bacolod trying to hang on. Joel Liu, 15 to shoot. Viloria, 10 seconds left. Wonderful clock management from Bacolod. Markey for three, trying to get the dagger, but way wide.
And Makati has to do something quick now, Bob. They have to convert.
They go for the two, it's no good. Alcoriza will go to the line. Just 38 seconds. So AFP-FSD has 2 shots here from Chad Alonso to pull them within 2 possessions. So he's got to make both.
Crucial free throws for Chad Alonso right now. And just when you said he has to make both, but he has to make the second one. He has to go 1 for 2. And they need a quick stop here, Bob. You're down 2 possessions, most at 3, so they need to stop quick.
Second free throw is good. 7-point game. 38 seconds left. Bacolod in command. We'll be right back.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
We're here at the end game part of this absorbing encounter. Coming up next, Danao MJAS Zenith against Kuala Lumpur Asil. And that's Coach Guga Guganeswaran Batumalay from KL Asil. "38 seconds. Can AFP-FSD somehow gouge out a victory here?"
So they need to stop, Bob. Makati needs to get a quick turnover from Bacolod. Oh, good defense.
And the ball carrier in real trouble. And the jump ball is the call. The arrow favors Bacolod.
Ooh.
I thought I saw the arrow, but at any rate, it's Bacolod ball. 17 seconds. There's a 14-second differential between shot and game clock. Alday to Yi.
Oh, triple team.
And it's not a possession arrow situation. It's going to be a foul on Renzo Alcoriza. So what exactly is the rule there? Why is that a foul and not a jump ball?
Well, the referee saw some initial contact here in the replay. The triple team came to Mark Yi. The referee must have seen there. We're not seeing the angle right now, but there was some contact to Mark Yi's arm, and that is why he's at the line for 2. So you have to also appreciate Mark Yi's patience. Usually, for some inexperienced players, Bob, when they get trapped in a triple team, they start to get rattled. But Mark Yi just really held on to the ball like his life depended on it in that play.
Yi has missed his first free throw. He needs this to make it a 2-possession game, and he gets it. Sorry, make it a 3-possession game. No, it already was a 3-possession game. Villahermosa, he might have 3 free throws. Ooh. He is going to have 3 free throws.
That would have been a big shot for Villahermosa if he made that, but these are crucial free throws for Villahermosa here, Bob. He could bring the game down to 2 possessions. If he makes all 3, you have 20 seconds. So you make these 3, get a stop in 20 seconds. They could come back in this one, but they really have to be concise if you're Makati.
The problem is, I think Makati has to foul Bacolod on their next possession. Hari ng shooter's bounce to si Mar Villahermosa. Dalawa na yan,
And really calm and collected with these free throws.
Ooh. No good and no rebound. Anyway, it's still a 2-possession game. And here is Bacolod. Wisely gonna take some time. They have to foul. Yung AFP-FSD parang naubusan ng gasolina nitong ngayong fourth quarter, no, Nico?
Yes, and you could just see Bacolod just had much more of a finishing kick in this game. They were able to close out the game, make the stops when it mattered, and they have been able to step up on all ends. One thing I want to point out with this Bacolod team is the bench points. They already have 49 out of their 76 points coming from the bench. And so that has been a big factor in this ball game. But let's not take away credit from the Makati Cavaliers because they have showed such a good fight all throughout this ball game.
Joel Liu gets both free throws. It's an 8-point game, barring something truly unprecedented. Bacolod are going to win this game and go to 5-2, and they're going to have their 4th win in a row.
Well, that's a big one. And, you know, coming off 3 straight wins, Bob, it brings a lot of momentum for your team. So that's why Bacolod played with a lot of confidence. That additional winning streak they had the past 3 games, and so now they're going to go to their 4th straight win. It does a lot for them moving forward. But for Makati, Bob, you have to take note. This team is also in this league. They're still top 4, top 5 in this league. They have been consistent all throughout, just unable to take the victory today. But the Makati Cavaliers take nothing away from them. They've showed a lot of heart in this ball game, and for sure they will come back stronger in the games to come.
Alonso with the rebound. Quick 3, which is what they needed. It's no good. And we can probably put this one to bed. 3.5 seconds left. All-star Bacolod ballers will go to 5-2 and strengthen that hold on that 3rd position in the standings. It's a 2nd loss in 3 days for AFP-FSD Makati. They drop to 4-3. Bacolod wins over the Cavaliers, 77-69, and Bacolod really grabbed it in the 3rd and 4th quarter, didn't they?
They did, and Bacolod just really making stops when it mattered for them, Bob. They've converted offensively, and in that 4th quarter, with 5 minutes remaining, they were able to force Makati into converting turnovers, which is why that served a lot for them, for their momentum. And then out of these 77 points they have 51 points coming from the bench, and then the points in the paint have been 30 points for them. So Bacolod really sticking to their bread and butter all throughout this tournament. That's really making opponents turnover defensively, doing well on defense, and converting their shots on offense.
And we've got one of the Bacolod ballers with Sam Caloso right now.
Thanks, Bob. We have our pure gold best player of the game, Adrian Lau. Adrian, congratulations on your game. So you came in fatigued and yet you conquered the floor. How was that? Take me through your game.
Talagang kahapon ay sa last game, yung iba di nagamit, kailangan talagang magpakita kami ngayon kasi kailangan kaming mag-stay sa number 3 na spot namin ngayon.
So it's a winning streak for you. What does that mean for you and your team?
Siyempre, pasalamat kami kay coach na palaging positive-minded si coach. Yun.
Sinong gusto mong batiin, Adrian?
Papasalamat ako sa fiancé ko na nanonood ngayon. Salamat sa Diyos na panalo kami ngayon. Siyempre, sa Zelda 2, Albu, Alday, Joel, Creniel, at sa salamat pala kay Boss Albi Benitez, Javi Benitez, Congressman Greg Gasatanya, Congressman Stephen Podiano, Attorney Cesar Distrito, Bingo Plus, Pop Boss, Bakit Boys, Tem Asenso, Jelay, Noj, Raps, Teacher Bingirl, Valero, Family. Yun, salamat.
Congratulations to you and your team, Adrian. Back to you, Bob and Nico.
Thank you so much, Sam Coloso. So the best player of the game is presented to you by Pure Gold. Congratulations to Adrian Lau. Very well deserved, Nico.
Yes, Adrian Lau. Coming off the bench, he's been key to their 51 bench points. So that is why I chose him as our player of the game.
Don't go away because Nico and I are going to stick around for this next one. It's a juicy encounter. Danao City against KLSU. More Filbasket coming your way.